Good morning. I'm Shengqian from MQ Agency, and I'm one of the principal of this media relation campaign. So in the next part, Wenjie and Sanuba and me will introduce the campaign of this CAPS Children's Day fundraising activity. So first of all, I'd like to introduce our client to you. Our client is an organization which is called Children and Child Sexual Child Abuse Prevention Service, and it's the oldest child abuse protection organization. It's also launched fundraising for children who have been sexually abused or to the raise funds for child sexual abuse advocacy. And now Wenjie will introduce the activity and the target public to you. Thanks.
Yeah, hello, I'm Wenjie from MQ Agency, and I'm going to introduce this activity. This activity is organized by CAPS. The fundraiser will take place before Children's Day, and the money raised will go towards community education against children's sexual abuse and providing care and assistance to child victims during Children's Day. This campaign is planned for early May, so we have plenty of time to raise money. And our target public has the following characteristics, like the children or their family with children, and someone who have stable income or a concern about child protection. And the media I choose is The Weekend Australian. This magazine is available in print, digital, and app formats. With a total reach of 4.6 million per month, it has a strong influence in Australia. Therefore, promotion in this media will be more effective. And in terms of target public, the main objective of the campaign at The Weekend Australian is to attract people who are financially independent and who are concerned about child protection to participate in the fundraising. And firstly, according to the Weekend Australian website, 1.1 million readers of the Weekend Australian are working and have stable income. And 1.1 million have children at home and concerned about child protection. And also, as the Weekend Australian has a long-standing relationship with the child protection agency Healthy Australia, there will be a regular group of readers who are interested in child protection information. Therefore, the Weekend Australian is considered to be strongly connected to the target public of the fundraising activity. And the next part is journalist. The journalist I choose is Leslie Gale. She is an author of The Weekend Australian. I found her because she has published a number of articles in The Weekend Australian on preventing child sexual abuse and promoting child abuse prevention education in the community. And also she is an assistant commissioner at Australia Federal Police. And she's familiar to the child abuse crime. So we consider that she will be interested in reporting on the fundraising activity, and she's familiar with child abuse and will be able to effectively convey the information of the activity, and her words carry some weight. And in conclusion, I think Leslie Gale is a good fit to report for this activity. And next, I'll talk about my email and media release for this media and journalists. Firstly, as our target public is people who have independent financial ability and who are concerned about child protection, I mentioned fundraiser event and child care in the headline to attract the attention of our target public. And as our journalist Lester is working for AFP, I connected the call for community help in identifying potential child abuse perpetrators issued by AFP in both email and media release to bring more attention from Lester to this event. And finally, as Lester has previously published article on promoting child abuse prevention education in the community, I have mentioned the community education part of this activity specifically in the media release. This linked well with her previous publication and made her more interested in this campaign. And next, I should invite Shengqian to continue this presentation.
Okay, thanks, Wenjie. And for my media outlet, it's called Defined Inconcy. It's a blog form, and it's aimed at dominate for child sexual abuse. It could be posted in many ways, just like newspaper or some platforms such as Facebook or Instagram. And for my target public, it divides 3 parts: parents, children, and donors. For parents, it's just say parents can learn or provide some useful information about child sexual abuse. And for children, it's just say they can learn some informations about how to prevent the child sexual abuse. And for the abused children, they can get some helps in our activity. And for the donors, it's just they can donate some useful things to the children who abused. And for my journalist, she's called Karen Lansing Brown. And why I choose her, because she currently works as a communicate outreach manager for the Uniqueen Foundation, and her focus is on bringing healing and prevention tools to communicate everywhere. And she has also worked to help bring training in trauma sensitive intervention to social workers and caregivers who works with the children. And for my email pitch or media release, how does it related the journalistic? Because caring is focused on bring healing and provide to communicate everywhere, and it also works for communicate outreach managers for the Uniqueen Foundation. So that means we can use the fundraise in the organization to carry out some public seat and community educations for the prevention for the child sexual abuse. Next, please. Moreover, Karen has works to help bring training in trauma sensitive intervention to social workers and caregivers who works with children. That means she can have a important and useful role in the activity because she can provide some medical helps or psychology helps in for the abused children. Okay, now please Sanuba will introduce her part. Okay.
So, the media outlet I decided to go with is the podcast. The word comes from the fusion of broadcasting and iPod. The one thing that makes podcasts different from traditional radio is the fact that podcasts niche down to one segment of the audience and create content for that specific segment of the audience only, thereby creating a homogeneity of interest amongst the subscribed audience. This particular characteristic is what makes this channel the ideal choice, as the message goes straight to the target audience. Podcasting provides brands to reach to a confined audience, expand the reach and partnership with the community, more comprehensive connection to the current and the potential audience. Also, one major point of importance is the fact that the respect and the goodwill of the host conducting the podcast gives a leverage to the brand or the organization associating with the podcast. Recently, Australia also noted an increase in the count of listeners from 27 to 32% in comparison to the year 2019. Next, please. The ideal journalist for this job was Dr. Justin Colson, who runs a podcast called Happy Families. Justin has had a career in the radio previously and later on went on to complete his education in the field of psychology and even receiving PhD from University of Wollongong in psychology itself. Justin has written multiple peer-reviewed articles, books on parenting, and scholarly book chapters. Some of his most well-known work includes the book 9 Ways to a Resilient Child. Justin is also a consultant to the federal government Office of the Children's E-Safety and E-Safety Commissioner, and also serves as advisor to multiple organizations working for child welfare. Next, please. The collaboration of CAPS organization and Healthy Family will provide a platform for a healthy exchange, as the families already associated with the CAPS organization will find a podcast where they can get parenting guidance. And on the other hand, for the podcast that is for Dr. Justin, he will get parents from the CAPS organization. Um, Both of them are creating a platform for increased awareness of the fundraiser, the cause among the podcast family, and more parents will get to know about the podcast associated with the organization. Next, please. This healthy exchange is what I've highlighted in the email pitch and the media release itself. Justin serves as the ideal person for this exchange or collaboration, as he's a psychologist and can understand the sensitivity of the matter. Because CAPS deal with children who have suffered from child sexual abuse, therefore it's extremely important for a professional to carry out this job, considering and remembering the sensitivity of the issue. Thank you.